So, Namaste everyone. Myself Priyanka, faculty in biology, Sri Gurukul PU College. Today we are going to learn few concepts about what you have already learned in your class 9. So, that is the chapter diversity in living organisms. Right? So, in our earth, amazing varieties of different kinds of microorganisms, plants, animals, fungi, like that. Many different varieties of plants we have come across, isn't it? You have every day you are going to see. So you are going to identify those organisms by the names. Right? So do you know how many species of organisms are found present on the earth? That is 1.8 million organisms or species are found present in the earth. Okay, so to identify all these so many number of organisms, we have to name these organisms. Okay, so the naming of this organism, why it is important means, I will give you one example. That is, so every day we are going to see in our surroundings, that is cat. Okay, the name of that cat in Kannada, in the local language, we call it as a bekku, right? But in Hindi we call it as a billy, and in Tamil we call it as a pillai. Okay, like that, the different names are going to be called in the local language. And this is going to confuse when you move to some other places. And the naming is also having one of the other importance, because another one example I'm going to give. So there are some animals like cuttlefish, silverfish, and then some of the starfishes. All these are the ending with the name fishes, but all these are not at all fishes. So to overcome this kind of problem, or to solve this kind of problem, the biologists have started naming those organisms scientifically. The system of naming the organisms with the scientific names, we call it as the nomenclature. Is called as nomenclature. So the nomenclature was first studied by the scientist, who was the first person to name the living organisms, means the scientist called as Carolus Linnaeus. So he is the father of taxonomy. He is the father of taxonomy. Then what is this taxonomy? So taxonomy is a branch of biology which deals with the study of the naming, identification of the living organisms. So this nomenclature is going to assure only one name is given to that particular organism. So this system of nomenclature consisting of two names, that is, so we call this as a binomial nomenclature. So we call it as binomial nomenclature. So this binomial nomenclature consisting of two parts or two components, that is, one is genus name and another one is species name. So some of the examples for this binomial nomenclature is, for humans, the scientific name of human is Homo sapien. There are also certain rules how to write the scientific name. Observe here, this is the genus name and this is the species name. So the first letter of the genus name always should be capital, and the first letter of the species name is always should be written in small letter. So after writing, you have to underline these two names separately. Okay, that is the rules. And another one example I am going to give, our national fruit, that is mango. that is Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. And another one that is cat Felis domestica. Felis domestica. And that of peacock Pavo cristata. Okay, likewise, these are the many scientific names. So now we are going to list out some of the organism which is found in your surroundings in our day-to-day life and start listing out identifying the scientific names of those organisms. So are you thinking how you are going to remember all these scientific names? I will help you to remember. How means, so while you are going in a street, if you saw a dog, you have to identify that dog as Canis familiaris. If you see a coconut tree, you have to identify it as Cocos nucifera. So like that, if you start remembering with the animals or organisms or maybe plants with the scientific names, it will become very easier. Okay, so try to identify this and start remembering these organisms or animals. So in the next coming up videos, I am going to bring some other new concept, interesting concepts in the next video. Okay, thank you. Namaste.